Today we are going to discuss about the blockchain technology. So here we need to learn some important factors, some important concept in that blockchain technology. What is blockchain technology? So blockchain technology is a decentralized and digital ledger, and it is enabled to provide the security for the any transaction is immutable way, and it is clearly transparency. Right. So this blockchain technology was developed by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. Some group of people they gathered and designed the blockchain technology. So here we can see the blockchain technology. So blockchain technology. Before going to discuss the blockchain technology, so previously, we know that we have some different types of technology. So each technology, it is having some strong points. So in the blockchain technology, here you can see that it is completely decentralized and distributed systems. So here, before using this blockchain technology or digital currency in the blockchain technology, digital currency system. So previously in olden days, once if you want to go to buy anything, that is related to materialize, we need to use that. Instead of money, in golden days we given that some materials, like rice, vegetables, like that. Then after that rapidly some changes. Then it is started to use some coins, like silver coins, gold coins. Then rupees is started. That is in the form of paper currencies. Later, now here you can see that it is completely almost all. 92% is digitalized cryptocurrencies. Right. Only in throughout the world, only 8% of people, 8% of using these paper currencies. Right now, now entire 92% it is completely digital cryptocurrencies. Here we can see that. What is the factors in that? Blockchain technology. Here blockchain technology is decentralized ledger that records the transaction in a secure and transparent manner. Here, if you want to do that any transaction between one user to another user or sender to receiver, in that compulsory, sender is going to be sending some amount to receiver. Here, this sender, he want to transmit or do the transaction. Compulsory, he is going to be depends on the third party. Any type of UPS or banking. Now here what happened? Here these are two persons. They want to go to transmit their account. Here, there is some banks is there. He want to transmit their transaction. He is going to be completely depends on this bank. Now the bank is going to be to validate and ensuring that the validation in the form of once the transaction is going to be completed, and it will take that more time. Just imagine that. Without this intermediate person, if they want to go to transmit or do the transaction, that is we call as a blockchain technology. Here we will go to see that there are different types of blockchain technology. How it is effective in the real time world. Yes. How does blockchain technology works? Once the blockchain technology, the blockchain technology works So once completed the transaction, the minus will go to validate the corresponding transaction. So here we can see that. Right. So we can go for discuss that there are n number of advantages in that blockchain technology. Just now I told you that. So it is completely decentralized. No third party, no intermediate person is going to be required. So why? Because so every node or every block feels that is the central entity. So no need to go to depends on that any third party. So it is completely distributed system. So it is completely decentralized and it is going to be distributed ledger. Once any node, the transaction is going to be completed. So right, so one replica of data will go to transmit to that all the nodes. Right. So who is going to be to share their information or want to do that any transaction. So once the transaction is completed, who are connected in the blockchain. So each block will get that. So one copy of data. So that is it is completely it is providing. So for that increasing of that security. Right. So on one more thing here, so it is going to be decentralized and it is implemented with the help of cryptographic algorithms. So it offers the transparency and immutable. Yes. So that is the main reason. It is completely transparency. Once any node is completed the transaction, so one copy of data received to that all the remaining nodes. So and one more thing is that immutable. So no another person can't go to modify to that. Any transaction or you can't go to change that to alter to that any information. Why? Because so if you want to act or if you want to change that any information, so it is going to be completely to change that all the nodes. So it is not possible to change that so that corresponding transaction. So that's why we call as a so blockchain it offers that. So it is completely immutable and it is allowing for easy identity. Yes, the blockchain is completely it is providing. So easy to tracking of that all the user transactions, all the node transactions. So it is eliminates intermediate person. Just now I told you that. Yes. So it is completely so eliminate that intermediate person. So there is no need of any so centralized person. So it is completely decentralized and quantitative. The total information can be stored in the form of digital ledgers.